Hi everyone, it's Emma. Today what I'm talking about is 20 things that I have learned in 20 years. Today is my 20th birthday as of when you guys are seeing this, and I always really enjoy when other people make these videos on their birthdays, so I thought I would give it a try. For you guys to get to know me better, but also for myself as a way of documenting little reminders of all the things that I learned in my life, the things that were very hard to learn at some times, so that the future me can go back and watch this video and remember. Don't make assumptions. People are far less interested in you than you assume that they are. The fact that they gave you a funny look or made a snide comment usually says more about what they're going through in their life. Maybe they're having a bad day, maybe they just broke up with their significant other, but it probably has much less to do with you than you actually think. So don't assume the worst in people. Pay attention to your instincts. Your instincts are very good. You are often very right. There's truth to the fact that the things that make you feel good are the things that will bring you ultimate happiness. I'm not talking about eating a giant bowl of ice cream when you already had 3 cookies in the same day. I mean like your intuition, the things that you are drawn towards, the things that make you feel alive, the things that make your heart sing. Trust yourself because you're pretty smart. On the other hand, you're not always right. Don't assume that you know everything, especially when it comes to how other people are thinking or feeling. You're clueless just like everybody else, and that is perfectly alright. Perfection is unattainable and it will not bring you happiness. It's better to let go and view everything as a learning experience than to try and do it perfectly the first time. Focus on growth over getting it right. Just because you made a mistake does not mean that you need to be harsh towards yourself. You never deserve that. You can acknowledge that you were wrong, you can learn from it, but then let it go and move the frick on. There is happiness, beauty, and light in this world beyond your wildest imaginings. When you can't seem to find it, train your eyes on the horizon and wait patiently. Wear what makes you feel good. If you feel pretty, confident, or powerful, then you are dressing right or stylishly. The balance between what's good for you and pushing your comfort zone is very delicate. Pay attention to yourself and what you need. Pay attention to the type of personality you have, but never avoid trying something just because you're scared. In fact, fear is not something to let rule your life. It's something to see, acknowledge, and then flick away like an annoying gnat if it is holding you back from something you want to do. Your atmosphere plays a big part in your personal clarity of mind. Make sure you clean your room and put on makeup if you're feeling kind of meh. Hang pretty things on your walls, organize your bookshelves, put up lights, and fill your creative space with the things that bring you joy. In fact, fill your life with the little things that bring you joy. Go for walks, find sunny places to sit, buy poetry books, listen to music, doodle, and buy yourself a poutine if you're having a terrible day. Those little things are more important than you tend to remember. In the words of Rory Gilmore, a little nervous breakdown can work wonders on a girl. Don't hold in your emotions for fear of looking silly. Talk to your mom, call one of your people, FaceTime the people who help you talk things through. It's okay to ask for help. It doesn't make you a burden or a downer. Surprise, surprise, the people who love you actually want to help. The things that you weren't looking for will come, and they will be better than anything you were expecting. Like way better. The things that you worry about don't happen ever. It's just a waste of time to try and predict the future, especially when it's something negative. When you have a thought like, oh my gosh, maybe my plane has been circling for the past 30 minutes because there was a terrorist attack. Acknowledge the fact that you had that thought, think, wow, that was extreme, and then let it go and move the frick on. The best way to get back at someone who has wronged you is to live your life to the fullest. To let go of your anger, to forgive them, to not let it rule you at all or hold you back in any way. Imagine the power that you have to live an incredibly happy life when someone has done something absolutely terrible to you. You are not in control. You can't control the world, you can't control other people, you just can't. The only thing you are in control of is your own life and your reactions. When circumstances, people, or politics come at you, find your control in the way that you decide to react to it. Just because you're sensitive does not mean that you're weak. You are the most deep-feeling, deeply introspective crybaby you've ever met. And that's completely okay. You're also compassionate, kind, and empathetic. Your weaknesses are also your strengths. Being vulnerable is scary as all heck, but it's also worth it. Like that quote from C.S. Lewis says, the only kind of love that's worth it is the kind where you might get hurt. Not knowing what the outcome will be and putting yourself out there is part of the fun. Breathe. Take deep breaths often. Give yourself time to process things, take a step back and get some perspective. Sometimes the exact same situations look completely different after you do that. And number 20, you are never weird, abnormal, or the exception to the kindness that you show other people. Don't hold yourself to a double standard. Be just as gentle, forgiving, loving, graceful, patient, and sincere towards yourself as you are towards others. So those are 20 things that I've learned in 20 years. Obviously, I've learned a lot of other things. I learned a lot of insignificant things, but I decided to go the more serious route even though part of me just wanted to make jokes the whole time. My life has been a mix of blinding happiness and deep sorrows, just like everybody's is. But I'm thankful for everything I've gone through because it means that I got to learn all of these things. And I do love learning things. Thanks for listening. I hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you all into my next video.